This is my case study on the Republic of France. Behind the lettering here is the French flag, which represents liberty, equality, and fraternity. Its mode of establishment was technically revolution. You could say that the modern state of France was established by revolution coming from Algeria, but de Gaulle was selected by both Algeria and France to be the president of the Fifth Republic. The revolution brewing in Algeria was the catalyst in bringing France to its Fifth Republic, but in the end the government was not overthrown, it was simply reformed. The geography in France, one important note to make on it is that it is almost completely surrounded by other countries. You have the United Kingdom, Netherlands, Belgium, Germany, Switzerland, and Italy. It is prone to invasion, and unlike Russia, France is lucky in trade. France has 4 rivers, the Seine in the north, the Rhine in the west, the Rhone in the south, and the Loire in the east, which allow them to trade with countries in every direction. The history of France, I chose about 8 important moments, the first being the reign of Louis XI from 1461 to 1483. He nearly doubled the size of France to its almost current size. And then the reign of Louis XVI, who is the picture of French absolutism, built Versailles and ignored the government. The French Revolution, which was May 5th, 1789 through November 9th, 1799. The Reign of Terror, which happened during the French Revolution. Napoleon's rule after the Revolution from 1804 to 1812. The German occupation of France, also called Vichy, 1940 through 1944. The Fourth Republic and the Fifth Republic. The one I want to focus on here is the reign of Louis XVI. He was an absolute monarch who brought France ever closer to its revolution. He inherited the crown at only 4 years old, and his mother, Queen Anne of Habsburg, worked as his sole regent, which was somebody who could pretty much control the government when a king was too young to rule, until 1643, when he was able to take full power. Louis XVI handled much of the administration on his own. He built Versailles, a massive and extremely costly palace in which he forced the French nobles to live, and he ignored the National Assembly, making all decisions on his own. He created a political mess, which caused problems for his successor, Louis XVII, who attempted to reconvene the National Assembly, but did so far too late. The people were just far too unhappy with him at that point and decided to revolt. The current government of France is a semi-presidential system consisting of a president, premier, National Assembly, Constitutional Council, and a Senate. The president of France is mostly a figurehead performing the ceremonial functions of a head of state. He/she can also guide the legislation in the right direction. The president is directly elected through 2 rounds of voting with runoff. The premier is chosen by the president and handles domestic policy and day-to-day legislation. The premier must be approved by Parliament. The National Assembly is similar to the U.S. Congress. It handles public liberties, crimes, taxation, education, law, the budget, and national defense. And the Constitutional Council is the Supreme Court of France. 3 members are selected by the president, 3 by the Speaker of the National Assembly, and 3 by the Speaker of the French Senate. One thing to note that I forgot in my PowerPoint here is that the National Assembly is elected in the exact same way as the French president is. Current politicians to look out for would be the President, Emmanuel Macron, He is part of the La République En Marche party. The premier / prime minister, Édouard Philippe, current member of the Republicans, Speaker of the National Assembly, Richard Ferrand, another La République En Marche, Speaker of the Senate, Gerard Larcher, the Republicans, and then somebody just to kind of look out for is Marine Le Pen, who is of the National Front. One thing to remember is that France's constitution is ever-changing. They often rewrite documents or scrap them completely for new ones. Its constitution is also often unclear, leaving even France itself to wonder, what now?